Bray has it. On the far side. Sampson going underneath. It goes to Sampson. He puts it in.
Clearing the wing inside. Well, Lee blocked it. Coming at the other end for
Denver King, unable to ball, turns it up. Turns it, takes it, puts up a three.
Space City Home Network's presentation of Houston Rockets basketball. Your front row seat to the Rockets and Astros.
Can the Rockets pull off a dramatic win tonight? Durant for three. Yes, he got it! The homestand continues as Alperen Şengün squares off against Rudy Gobert as the Rockets and Kevin Durant look to bounce back after last night's loss. From the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Space City Home Network presents Houston Rockets basketball as the 23-15 Rockets are back at it after losing to the Thunder last night as they face the surging 27-14 Minnesota Timberwolves. Good evening and welcome into our coverage of Rockets basketball right here on Space City Home Network with Ryan Hollins. I am Craig Ackerman. Vanessa Richardson will join us here in just a bit. And as I was mentioning, Ryan, the Rockets last night with a tough loss to Oklahoma City in another game where their offense failed them, especially in the fourth quarter. They dominated the glass, but then ultimately the math of three-point shooting caught up with them and they lost the game. And now they have to turn around and take on a Minnesota team that's playing really, really good basketball.
Well, as a player, Craig, in these situations, you have to have a short memory. And the best thing about the NBA is you always get another game. So you shake that off, you come out prepared, you play hard, and you control the controllables.
Well, speaking of the Rockets' offense sputtering, that's the subject of our Inside Look, which is presented by Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics.
All right, you guys. So yeah, so we're gonna I'm gonna try to watch most of this game, or at least listen to it. So two things can happen today. The Rockets, they can either pick up their 28th win of the season, or the Timberwolves can either pick up their 28th win of the season, or the Rockets can improve to 13-3 at home, because in gematria, Rockets equals 28, right? That benefits the Timberwolves if they upset the Rockets. They pick up their 28th win of the season. Minnesota equals 133, and if the Rockets win, they become 13-3 at home. And of course, they're the favorites in this game. They're 3.5-point favorite. I'm going with the Rockets to upset I'm going with the Minnesota Timberwolves to upset the Rockets and pick up the 28th win of the season. And I think this guy right here, I can't really say his name, Alperen Şengün. He wears the number 28 for the Rockets, so I'm curious to see if he scores the first basket. I put in a little slip for this game. Nothing too crazy. Probably like $20 on it just to be in the game. I put $4 on him to hit the first basket. That pays $30. I'll get something to eat tomorrow with that if that hits. And I put $28 on the Timberwolves to upset to see if they pick up that 28th win of the season. All right, Rockets equals 28. So we put $28 on the Timberwolves. So the game is about to start. Again, the Rockets could win, though, and become 13-3 at home. That's a big number with Minnesota. But something tells me that the Timberwolves are going to upset them and then play the Spurs next and then eventually improve to 14-8 because San Antonio goes 148. So let's see if that happens. The Rockets they've been on a losing streak lately. Let me just take a look. Yeah, they lost yesterday, but the Timberwolves are way hotter. They won the last 2 games, so let's see if that continues. All right. Yeah, I'll be looking at the chat, but I'm gonna listen to the game, and hopefully we can catch the first basket.
And now, please rise for the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by national recording artist and worship leader, Rodney Douglas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was the
Rockets basketball on Space City Home Network is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Whataburger, your favorite burger whenever you want it. Whataburger is open 24/7, just like you like it. And by Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics, preferred orthopedic and sports medicine provider for the Houston Rockets.
Welcome back to Houston, where the Houston Rockets are getting ready to host the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hi, everybody. I'm Vanessa Richardson. And as the Rockets deal with injury and injury management in January, so too are the Minnesota Timberwolves. As you heard Craig and Ryan mention, no Anthony Edwards tonight. That is obviously a big loss for the Timberwolves. I asked Rockets head coach Ime Udoka how that changes the game plan. Here's what coach had to say.
I mean, he's one of the most dynamic scorers. I played through him, but you take a look at last game, put up 139 without him, and Gobert wasn't there either. So a lot more space, and Reed, Randall, those guys all attacking, shooting. So big challenge regardless.
All right, first matchup of the season with the Wolves. They split the season series last year, looking to get the bad taste out of their mouth right away after that loss to the Thunder. Lineups and tip next.
We have established who we are as a team.
You know, that's another thing the NBA likes to do. They like to sit out players because they know that the betting public is going to see that and just assume that because Anthony Edwards is not playing, that somehow that matters when it really doesn't, because the game's all rigged and scripted. But yeah, if you're just joining us, we have the Minnesota upsetting the Rockets today. Hopefully they pick up the 28th win of the season, because in Gematria, Rockets equals 28. But on the other hand, there is a narrative for the Rockets, because if they win, they become 13-3 at home, and Minnesota equates to 133. So that could happen. And but I'm going with the 28, especially the fact that they just announced that Anthony Edwards is not going to play, and they have the spread at 3.5, which is a very low spread. If you guys didn't know, Segun, who I think he's the center or the power forward for the Rockets, he wears the number 28. So I'm curious to see if he scores the first basket. I put in a little small bet. Hopefully it comes through. Here it is. So put $4 on him to get the first basket, and $28 on the Rocket on the Timberwolves to upset the Rockets. If everything goes as planned, we should have almost $100 today. And I just invested $32. So hopefully we get the at least just one out of the two, and we make some profit. Well, if this, I think this one we get our money back. But and yeah, hopefully we get to both of the picks right. So I don't trust the Timberwolves the Rockets as 4-point favorites, and Anthony Edwards is not playing. That seems suspicious to me. So, but good luck. And let's see what happens.
Night of a back-to-back against a Timberwolves team that last played on Tuesday night. Let's meet our starting lineups tonight, presented by Mattress Firm. And for the Rockets, they'll go with Ahmed Thompson and Josh Okogie in the backcourt. Tari Eason getting closer to return, but out of the lineup again tonight. Last season, Ahmed 17-8 on 70% shooting against Minnesota, joined by Şengün, Smith, and Kevin Durant on the other side. Conley in for Edwards, missing another game with a foot issue. Dante DiVincenzo, Rudy Gobert coming off of a one-game suspension, and then Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle. Those are the 10 men that will be on the floor as starters tonight when these two teams meet for the first time here this season. The Rockets looking to bounce back after the tough one last night to Oklahoma City. Some last-minute instructions there.
The Nets are trying to pick up their 12th win of the season. Nets Bulls equals 12. Think about how Michael Jordan had to wear the number 12 on Valentine's Day. So, yeah. So, the Nets are trying to get their 12th win of the season. Look at that.
Setting the standard in tone. You've got to do that tonight and play Rockets basketball. And lastly, timing. The offense has been off. Passes have been a little late, a little too soon, too far ahead, too far behind. So you want to move the ball quick, you want to play together, and you want to try to find a rhythm. And this group has seemingly been out of sync since Alfred Şengün has been out offensively.
Well, the Rockets started off the season hot, but they've dropped 5 of their last 7 games. As we take a look at the updated standings out west, and now they're in 6th place. The Wolves started cold. They were 10-8, and they have since gone 17-6, and now they're in the 4th seed out west at 27-14. Minnesota coming off back-to-back trips to the Western Conference Finals. And they are hot. They're coming off of the game on Tuesday in which they just crushed the Bucks in Milwaukee. They won 139-106, led by as many as 41. Never trailed, and made 22 threes on 43 attempts. So the offense for Minnesota still hot despite missing their best player in Anthony Edwards. Rockets have it to start. McDaniels, a terrific defender. Matches up with Durant, who drives and misses the running bank.
I like that action. Kevin misses it, but if you can put Rudy Gobert in pick and roll, that could be money.
And there's the first 3 of the night for Minnesota. Expect them to take a lot. Chris Finch is their head coach. He was here under Mike D'Antoni, and Minnesota's going to fire up a lot of threes.
What you've got to do is locate shooters.
All right, so we didn't get the first basket, but hopefully we get the money line. Minnesota off to a hot start. Let's see if they pick up that 28th win of the season. So we're down $4. Not a big deal. I never recommend people to bet big money on the first baskets because that is so unpredictable. But yeah. So we lost $4. But this is the bet that we want to hit. The $28 on the Minnesota Timberwolves, that turns into $68. We make about $40 minus the $4 we lost, so about $36. That's what we want to accomplish. That $28 bet. Minute 5-2. The game starts 5-2. Minnesota goes 52.
Juwan Shengun inside to Amin Thompson, blocked by DiVincenzo, gets it back and scores.
Yeah, Amin Thompson, we speak of his athleticism. It's not just his initial lead. It's the second off the floor that makes him special, and great job staying with him. I think DiVincenzo surprised all of us not blocking that.
Amin struggled last night, just 4 of 16. Which is unusual, especially with how well he's been converting, especially around the rim as of late.
So what I'll do is I'll listen to the first quarter. I'm not gonna listen to the entire game. I'm gonna end up falling asleep. And then if you guys want to call in, you can. And then, whatever happens after that, I'll probably just end the stream. But yeah, Minnesota's off to a hot start, man. That's a good sign. Again, they can pick up that 28th win of the season. You guys, Rockets equal 28. Just like how the Nets can pick up their 12th win of the season, but the Nets just lost the lead somehow. There's still a lot of time left in that game, though. Let's see. Let's just watch the ending of this one. We know Bulls is, and the Bulls can pick up that 13th road loss, and Nets equals 13. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, there we go. They took the lead. So the Nets got the lead with 5 seconds remaining. Nets is 13. The Bulls can pick up that 13th road loss, and the Nets can pick up the 12th win of the season. Again, Bulls is 12, Nets is 13. So the Nets scored. They have 110. There's 5.4 seconds remaining. Called a timeout. Can't wait for the weekend though, guys. The divisional round. Hopefully, we have a good divisional round, just like how we had a good wild card round. For those of you who participated in the parlay, just be alert. Sunday night. Actually, that's the game I like the most. I'm not gonna lie. The Bears and Rams. I think I told you guys already. We like the Rams winning the next 2 games and advancing to the 60th Super Bowl. Not sure if they'll win it yet, though. We still have to look at everything, but because I'm not sure. We don't know yet exactly. We have an idea, but we don't know 100% who they're gonna match up against in the Super Bowl. But yeah, just be alert because I'm gonna be sending you guys messages, emails, updating you guys. If I see anything that stands out, and I might tell you guys, cash out or let it ride. Just the parlay looks good. We're still alive. Stuff like that. I'm just giving you guys updates. I'm just curious to see what happens with the Nets game if they do pick up that 12th win of the season. Because I think the Bulls have the ball and there's still a lot of time left for them to hit a game winner or something like that. I think the Nets are gonna win with 112 though, because Chicago Bulls 112. So if the Bulls miss, they'll probably foul the Nets, and the final score will probably be 112 to 109. But let's see what happens because they could get 111 the Bulls, but something tells me that the Nets are gonna win with 112 points. That's a big number with Chicago Bulls. I like how Minnesota started though. They're dropping a lot of buckets. Again, the Rockets, they've been on a slump. But you see how they do it though, right? They announced that Anthony Edwards is not playing. Everybody, all the dumb bettors are gonna put all their money on the Rockets at home. especially because they're the 3-point favorite, and Anthony Edwards is not on the court. Like, that matters. How long is this timeout? What the fuck? Okay, here we go. I don't know. Something happened because there's 3 seconds left. A turnover. And now they foul the Nets. And now the Nets get 2 free throws to get to 112. And that's probably going to be the game. See that, you guys? We doing this live, man. I don't know if there's any doubters out there. How powerful this gematria stuff is. The Nets win with 112 and pick up the 12th win of the season. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Could have made another $40,000. It was down by 1. Look at that. Chicago Bulls, using the alphabetical order, goes 112. Let's see, because they might miss a free throw. You know how these people are. Might miss a fucking free throw and shit, even though they got magnets. How you miss a free throw with the magnets helping you? You really suck. But yeah, look, Bulls is 12. The Nets trying to get that 12 win of the season against the 12th team. And then Nets is 13, and the Bulls about to pick up that 13th road loss today. Okay, so that's 1 free throw. Get to 112. Make me look good. Get to 112, Nets. Come on, Noah. Noah. Don't tell me Noah's going to miss. There it is. Boom. 112. Chicago Bulls, 112. Game over. Final. There it is. End of the 4th. There it is. Oh, boy. Yeah, but look at that, you guys. Nets 13. They picked up their 13th loss on the road for the season. And if I'm not mistaken, hold on. Okay, never mind. I was about to say, I thought they picked up their 23rd loss on the season too, but I think they picked up their 22nd once they updated. Oh, yeah, they picked up their 22nd. Okay, I was about to say, they picked up their 13th road loss and their 23rd loss of the season because Nets is 13 and 23. But, yeah, there it is, man. Undeniable stuff, man. Undeniable stuff. They beat the Bulls with 112 points. I mean, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Stuff never fails, man. What else? Let's take a look around the league. Los Angeles is 109. They could probably tie that 109. See what happens with that. But yeah, let's take a listen to the last 6 minutes of the first quarter, and then 13-8. Like how they about to become 13-8 on the road, the Timberwolves, and then eventually they'll become 14-8 if they beat the Spurs in the next road game. So there it is, 14-8. He said, I'm ready to go buck. Yeah, because my hat. That's funny. Yeah, that Bulls game is crazy. Exactly. The Nets just lost 5 games in a row. But, yeah, he was able to beat the Bulls and pick up that 12th win of the season.
Rockets got to try to contain him again here tonight. But he is a very versatile defender. Can basically defend all 4 perimeter positions. Durant over Randall up top, the 3, it goes down. That's his first make after an 0-3 start. KD last night just 7 of 23 against the Thunder.
And I love to see that. You know, when Kevin gets one-on-one, he's got to destroy those matchups. And for him, he can heat up in a quickie.
They really made him work for his shots, made him uncomfortable last night, but that's OKC's defense. Gobert sets the pick, freeing up Randall for a clean look at the 3. Gobert is one of the best screen setters in the league. In fact, you got 2 of the best screen setters in uniform here tonight in Gobert and Steven Adams for Houston. And Kogi on the skit misses the corner 3. That's the first attempted 3 that went off after the Durant score up top. And the Rockets get the rebound and put 2 more points on the board. That's 5 now for Durant. He's made a couple of shots in a row.
How about that emotion for Kevin Durant? You know, this team has got to bounce back here and see him taking things into his own hands.
And I talked about McDaniels and his 3-point shooting. Made one there last year, just 2 of 21 from 3 against Houston. Davison back to Şengün, and Gobert blocks the shot. Şengün gets it back. Quick release, Jabari. Long rebound to McDaniels. He ripped it down with one arm. Ahead to DiVincenzo. Back to a trailing Gobert, and he gallops to the rim. Missed the shot, but fouled it home.
One thing for Houston, you know, they started to struggle converting open looks. You got to take care of open looks.
DiVincenzo gets the rebound. Bohezi, drive, reverse block by Jabari. Now to Conley. Conley used to be one of the best guys in the league, penetrating off the dribble, getting to the rim, but he's primarily a perimeter player now at this stage of his career. Randall will fade along that baseline. Really well defended by Jabari, but Minnesota still gets the ball, but there was hardly any time left on the 24, and McDaniels bails him out. That 7th straight for the Wolves.
Those are the plays you have to come up with. Right now, the Wolves have been quicker to the ball.
Şengün diving into the paint. He kind of got trapped underneath, tried to find Davis into the corner as he gets knocked out of bounds.
Check this out here. We see Durant gets the one-on-one with Randall, squares him up and shoots right over him. He's got the height advantage and the length. And again, back-to-back plays, ends up hitting a mid-range jumper. But look at that emotion, you know. This is how you get your group going, and you ask for leadership from Kevin, and he's trying to bring it to the table.
Most likely, Kevin Durant will pass Dirk Nowitzki here on Sunday for 6th on the all-time scoring list. Smith off the bounce. Naz Reid just checked in, took him off the dribble, missed the shot, missed the follow, got it back again, and ultimately got fouled. Terrific second efforts there by Jabari Smith Jr.
There you go.
And a technical foul on Jabari.
Felt like he got fouled the first time. Right now, what you can see is Houston's got a lot of emotion. And the challenge, I've been in these spots before, make sure you do it together. Play smart, play hard, play together. See physical drive there, and
yeah, he had a case fouled. That should have been a foul.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple fouls, and finally that one gets called. And
Naz Reid, former 6th man of the year, makes the free throw. Such a versatile guy to have on your roster.
Oh my goodness. Throwback player, you know, really plays essentially below the rim. He can dunk on you, make no mistake, but, you know, really uses a lot of his skill.
He won that in 2024. So now Jabari at the free throw line again, as I mentioned, see what he did last year. This season, rather, basically the identical numbers of points and rebounds that he had against Minnesota last season, but shot it better. And one of your UCLA guys coming to the ball game there. They got a couple on their roster. That's Jalen Clark, really good defender.
Yeah, Pac-12 defender of the year. 12, unfortunately,
Naismith,
no longer
defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
This is one of the country. Of course, his late college career and his early NBA career kind of got derailed because he ended up tearing an Achilles. So he missed his initial rookie season, recovering from that Achilles rupture as DiVincenzo gets tripped up and fouled.
You got to be careful, you know, in a game like this to not let your emotions spill out. And the big focus for our guys is saying, hey, do this together. We're going to snap this streak and, you know, get back playing the way we'd like to play, you know, together as a group.
Dorian Finney-Smith has checked in. He's missed the last couple of games with some ankle management coming off that surgery. It's been a struggle for him coming off that surgery. Ooh, Ben Thompson, bully ball there with Reed. He goes down and Reed spins to the rim. 10 unanswered points for Minnesota. Again, this team has been to the Western Conference Finals the last 2 seasons. Good find, good look, but a missed 3. Another one. The Rockets 1 of 5 from downtown.
You got to have those looks go down. You know, when you penetrate and there's help. You want to make teams pay.
Bones Highland coming off a terrific game in Milwaukee. Durant, got those shoulders squared at the last moment. A little off-balance leaner made the 2.
You remember what I said about Los Angeles in 109? Look at the score. They're going to overtime, 109 to 109. You can't make this stuff up. We're doing this while the game is going on, you guys. We're talking about the same numbers right before it happens. We're telling you, look, they're probably tired at 109 because Los Angeles is 109, and then look, now they're going into overtime, 109 to 109. Before the Bulls even missed the shot, I said the Nets might win with 112 points, and then that'll be the end of the game. They'll win with 112. That's a big number with the Bulls. Oh, I don't know how people can deny this stuff. What y'all want me to do? I'm doing it live right now. Rockets 28. Timberwolves are 4-point underdogs. They're about to pick up their 28th win of the season. We're doing this while the game is going on. For those of you saying, oh, you didn't give out those picks. Oh, you're a fraud. Oh, that's a fake ticket. Like, stop. We're doing this live. Stop denying this. Enough is enough.
Back, all right. Oh my God, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody sing. Gonna bring the flame, I'll show you how. Got a question for you, better answer now.
H-Town, listen, right now, I got my homeboy Slim Thug with me. You know it's time to turn up. It's time for the Toyota Tundra t-shirt toss. If you want a t-shirt, get on your feet right now and make some noise. Come on, Houston, I can't hear you. Make some noise.
Welcome back. Rockets currently trailing the Timberwolves by 9. Well, J.D. Davison was drafted by the Boston Celtics back when Ime Udoka was their head coach. Ime coached him a little bit at Summer League 3 years ago. He liked what he saw back then, and it's safe to say that he loves what he sees now with J.D. getting early minutes the last few games. Ime told me, look, he's very comfortable running the point. He doesn't get bothered by the pressure, and he defends at a really high level. He said you saw it versus Chicago. No turnovers, a lot of rebounds and attacking the basket, and he defended well against Oklahoma City. Craig and Ryan.
He did, and again, his best game of his career against the Bulls. He's out. Reed Sheppard is in. Another 3 for Minnesota, their 4th.
Oh, God, now Reed just shot that from the parking lot. No hesitation.
Way out there, and if you're the Rockets, you don't want the mash to beat you again here tonight by Minnesota. Ben Thompson driving a little cup curl. Wanted to do some bad things to the rim there, ultimately got fouled, and he'll get free throws.
He did, and again, Right now, that's the best part of a men's game, man. He's so athletic. He gets downhill and just creates chaos.
Berenger picks up the foul, a fan favorite. Johan Berenger for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Take advantage of tonight's Rocket Shop online item of the game. Get a Houston Rockets Build-A-Clutch bundle for just $30. Shop now at rocketshop.com. I don't think I've ever seen a deal quite like that, a Build-A-Clutch bundle. I like it. A, for creativity.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Get multiple looks.
But Johan Berenger, Johan Berenger in. He had the best game of his career in that blowout win in Milwaukee with Rudy Gobert out due to the suspension. 13 points, 5 rebounds, played 30 minutes. Fans love this guy in Minneapolis. Here's Randall working on Thompson. Naz Reid with the step and finish. Rockets down a dozen. Shepard pulls up. Hits. Rockets need a lot more of those.
Absolutely. And Reed Shepard's on the floor. You want to encourage him. If he gets a look, he's got to get the ball off. This lineup's going to play through Randall. So again, you got to take the bumps, man. He does not let you off the hook.
Shot clock winding down. Thompson in the passing lanes, but picked back up by Randall and threw up a howitzer. And that didn't hit the rim. They're going to call a foul? They're going to call a foul on the Rockets just before the expiration of the possession. The Rockets can't believe it. And was that on Reed?
Yeah, I think he flew in there late. It was the right call. Reed does a good job normally contesting, and I think he bumps Randall there. You can't see it from that angle.
I mean, it had to be down low.
Prior to the expiration of the shot clock.
And checking to see if the foul occurred before the expiration of the shot clock, but this is ultimately not a stoppage for a challenge here from the Rockets. So it was tight. Again, Thompson kind of losing his balance after the deflection. And they got Reed right there on the hand. He got
definitely
ball,
blocks
definitely
it.
got the ball, and I don't think from that other angle he got him anywhere else on the lower body. I'm not a big fan of that particular call.
Well, once he gets ball, I think everything is live, and that's a great sign that he gets ball.
Yeah, he definitely got ball first, but this is not currently being challenged. Ed Malloy, our crew chief.
So again, Reed Shepard gets ball, so everything after that should be live. I think this is going to get overturned, Craig.
No, they're not challenging.
No.
No. Without a challenge.
Replay confirms that the foul occurs with 0.9 on the shot clock. Therefore, Randall will shoot 2 free throws.
I don't think there was a foul there to begin with, but it definitely occurred before the expiration of the 24. There was no challenge. It couldn't overturn.
Yeah, I understood. Yes, just making sure the time.
So,
but yeah, he blocked it.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been called for one there, but Randall's at the line, and here's our all-in all the time, presented by Daly and Black. And you see these two teams and the best teams in the league this season against teams playing 500 or better basketball. The Rockets 11-6 this season against winning teams. Minnesota at 9-10. The Pistons with the best record in the NBA against winning teams at 11-4. A lot of the Rockets' issues, though, this season, as we well know, is their record against teams in the bottom of the standings. They have struggled against those teams, especially on the road. Not here at home, but on the road. Rockets are 8-0 this season against teams at home who are playing sub-500 basketball at the time that they play them. So Randall now has 9. McDaniels has 9. Kevin Durant has 7 for Houston. Thompson out of body a little bit with that dribble. Berenger lost his balance, and Reed Shepard just made another 3.
Beautifully executed Spain action. You get your best three-point shooter to screen for a dynamic roller, Clint Capella, and that indecision in the handle just got Reed a wide open look, man.
Another post up by Randall. A lot of old school hoops from him. Back to Naz Reid, run off the 3-point line, and then he runs it up. And Reed rebound to Clark. Back to Highland, an open look. And a rebound to Clint Capella, who's seen time here tonight with Steven Adams.
Right, got some energy in the building.
Because of the second night of a back-to-back. He's in uniform, but not expected to play. Shepard looking to stay hot. He does. He's 3 for 3 from 3, and that's what they need him, desperately need him to do.
The biggest play you saw, and you need more of this, Rick Shepard was in the corner. He started clapping his hands and flew up to the wing to get a better angle. You need him hunting those threes and being aggressive if he's on the floor.
3 shots, 3 makes from downtown for Reed. Rockets within 5. He has scored the last Rockets 9 points on those threes, and Naz Reid.
It's tough when you're guarding a set shooter because that release is much faster. So you got to know Naz Reid is live because he almost just throws it in the rim.
He's got 11 off their bench. He's made a couple of threes, 4 or 5 overall. Now they swarm Reed Shepard.
Well, that was a little Spain action with the slip.
Thompson to Capella, back to him. He'll shoot it over Clark, and he makes the 3. Rockets now with 5 of them here in the fourth.
And that's what Reed Shepard's done, man. He is energy into the Rockets.
If you guys want to call in, the number is 646-986-0958. We don't get no calls out in the stream there. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully the Timberwolves continue to dominate. The Rockets, yeah, they got 29 points, but that's because what's this guy's name? Reed Shepard. He hit like 4 threes. I mean, how often is he gonna do that? Is he gonna do that every single quarter? You're gonna hit 4 threes to save your team? He hit 4 threes and they're still down. Yeah, the guy had 12. What is it? What he had? See, he hit 3-3. He went 3 for 3. He had 9 points. Think about it. Without those 9 points, they got 20 points. So down by 14. So unless he's trying to do that every quarter, but even if he does that every quarter, they'll lose by 20. They're down by 5. All right, so good luck, everybody. And the Raptors got 117 points. What does Toronto equal? 117? Speaking of 117, you guys saw the news about the Dodgers signing Luke. What's this guy's name? I think it's forgot his name. It's this guy right here. I forgot his first name though. Kyle, not Luke. Kyle Tucker. Look at his birthday. Kyle Tucker. The guy with the 117 birthday joins the Dodgers when Dodgers is 117. Think about how they've won the last 2 World Series in 117 rituals. Because Major League Baseball is 117. So this guy is now a member of the Los Angeles Dodgers. It makes you think like, man, are the Dodgers going to three-peat? Because they just got better, man. Let me take a look at it. They're probably the undisputed favorite. Yeah, they are. Look at that. Plus 220 to win the World Series again. They got the Yankees in second. But that second place, look at the difference between that first place and second place. 220 to all the way 1,100. So it's not even close. So we might get the. I don't know. Have we ever seen a three-peat in baseball? Has there ever been a three-peat in MLB? Yes, 2 MLB teams have achieved a three-peat. The New York Yankees and the Oakland Athletics. The Yankees did it in 1936 and 1939. Of course they did. 39, come on. They won 4 World Series in a row. And then 5 in a row. And in 98 and 2000, while the A's did it in the early 70s. So the Yankees is the only, the Yankees in Oakland. So they can become the 3rd franchise to do it. 3rd franchise to ever three-peat. Damn, the Yankees won 5 World Series in a row. 5? Jesus Christ. I know we're probably gonna get a 3-peat in basketball. I think that's gonna happen with the Thunder. Yeah, but Kyle Tucker joins the 117 team a day before his 117 birthday. Yeah, it looks like the Raptors are about to lose with 117 points. How perfect. All right, so since nobody called in, good luck, everybody. I'm going to end the stream. Probably do some push-ups or something and then go to sleep. Enjoy your weekend, and good luck this weekend in the divisional round. I feel very confident about the four picks, and hopefully the Rams take care of business Sunday night. So, all right, so let's just take a look at the chat before we end it. Thanks a lot, John. Nice call. Yeah, we have the Timberwolves to upset, but that game is still far from over, so you'll see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Yankees ain't getting past 27, so. Somebody says the Wolves might stay on 27 wins. Okay, good luck with that. Nice breakdown on the Rams. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, just be responsible. Just because the numbers line up perfectly, that doesn't mean that's what they're gonna go with. They always try. They always find a way to throw us a curveball. Look at that. The Raptors lost with 117 points. Toronto 117. You see how in every game, this knowledge continues to prove itself, though, right? In every game. We just saw the Nets win with 112 points when Chicago Bulls is 112. The Raptors, they love 117. They lost with 117 points. I'm surprised the Rockets didn't have 28 points in the first quarter. That's the one thing that has me like, damn, they got to 29? Why did they get to 29, not 28? That would have been fitting for them to finish the quarter with 28 points. But yeah, man, this stuff is undeniable, you guys. And I'm talking about the people who continue to troll and shit. Like, come on, stop, embrace it, learn it, become a student of it, like we did, and share it with your families and friends, because this stuff is valuable. It can help you escape the matrix, literally. All right, you guys. Good luck, and see you Sunday night. I'll probably come back Sunday night right before the Rams and Bears. All right, you guys. Take care. Peace.